Deep in the golden grasslands of Africa, where the sun burns across endless plains and every sound can mean the difference between survival and defeat, there is a creature whose presence has fascinated humanity for thousands of years, a powerful predator whose roar echoes across the wilderness and announces the arrival of one of nature's most extraordinary animals, the lion. But behind the famous image of the king of the savannah is a story far more complex than strength and dominance, because the lion's true journey is built on family, sacrifice, teamwork, courage, and the constant battle to survive in a world where every meal must be earned and every moment can bring a new challenge. The lion is not simply a hunter with a powerful bite and an intimidating appearance. It is a deeply social animal that depends on relationships, communication, and cooperation to thrive. And understanding the lion means looking beyond the myths and discovering the incredible reality of an animal that has shaped ecosystems, inspired civilizations, and remained one of the most recognizable symbols of the natural world. From ancient kingdoms that viewed lions as signs of power and protection to modern conservation efforts, working to ensure these magnificent creatures continue to roam freely across their ancestral lands, because every lion carries a story of survival that begins long before it becomes the ruler of its territory, starting with a vulnerable cub entering a dangerous world where learning, adapting, and growing are the keys to staying alive. The first chapter of a lion's life begins inside the pride, a remarkable family structure that separates lions from many other big cats, because while animals such as tigers and leopards often live solitary lives, lions have developed a social system where cooperation is essential for survival. And within the pride, young cubs are raised not only by their mothers, but often by other females who help protect, feed, and teach them the skills they need to face the future. However, the early life of a lion cub is filled with uncertainty, as the wilderness does not offer guarantees, and only the strongest and most adaptable individuals survive the challenges around them. During their first months, cubs spend their time exploring their surroundings, playing with their brothers and sisters, practicing movements they will later use during hunting, and learning by watching the adults around them. Every chase, every interaction, and every lesson helps prepare them for adulthood, while the lionesses become their greatest teachers, showing them how to move through the grasslands, recognize danger, and understand the importance of patience and teamwork. Because a successful lion is not created by strength alone, but by experience gained over time. And as these young cubs grow, they begin a transformation that will eventually reveal whether they will become hunters, protectors, leaders, or survivors, struggling to find their place in the harsh reality of the wild. One of the most fascinating aspects of the lion's world is the powerful relationship between the pride members and the way they work together to overcome challenges that would be impossible for a single animal to face alone, especially during the hunt, where teamwork, timing, and strategy become the difference between success and failure, because lionesses are among the most skilled predators on Earth, using their intelligence, coordination, and knowledge of their environment to approach prey with remarkable precision. And although many people imagine lions simply charging toward their targets with overwhelming force, the reality is that successful hunts require careful planning, communication, and cooperation between multiple members of the pride. Each lioness may have a different role, with some using speed, others using positioning, and others waiting for the perfect moment to move, demonstrating that hunting is not only about physical ability but also about strategy and teamwork. While male lions play another important role by protecting the pride's territory and defending against rival males who may attempt to take control, and the famous mane of the male lion is not just a symbol of beauty or power, but also serves as part of the complex communication and competition that exists within lion society, because survival in the wild requires more than being strong. It requires knowing when to fight, when to cooperate, and when to adapt to changing circumstances. Although lions are often described as fearless rulers of the savannah, their lives are filled with challenges that reveal a much more vulnerable side of these incredible animals, because even the strongest predator must deal with hunger, injuries, competition, environmental changes, and the constant struggle to protect future generations, and the journey of a male lion especially can be extremely difficult, as young males are eventually forced to leave their birth pride and enter a dangerous period of independence where they must travel, search for allies, avoid stronger rivals, and eventually attempt to establish their own territory and family. Some will succeed and become leaders of a pride, while others will continue searching for an opportunity to survive, showing that even the animal known as the king of the savannah faces moments of uncertainty and hardship, while lionesses also experience enormous responsibilities as they provide food, protect cubs, and help maintain the stability of the pride. And these challenges highlight the remarkable resilience of lions because despite facing obstacles that have existed for generations, they continue to adapt and survive through intelligence, cooperation, and determination. But today, their greatest threats do not always come from other animals, as human expansion, habitat loss, conflict, and environmental changes have created new dangers that make conservation efforts more important than ever before. For centuries, lions have held a powerful place in human history, appearing in ancient artwork, stories, legends, and cultural traditions around the world, because people have long recognized the qualities that make lions extraordinary, including strength, leadership, courage, and determination. But the real beauty of the lion is not only found in its symbolic meaning, but in the incredible details of its daily life, from the way a pride communicates through sounds and body language, to the way family bonds help individuals survive in one of the planet's most demanding environments. And modern researchers continue uncovering new information about lion behavior, migration patterns, social relationships, and the challenges these animals face, helping the world understand that lions are far more than a famous image of a roaring predator. They are intelligent creatures with complex lives and important roles within the ecosystems where they exist. Because without predators like lions, natural environments can become unbalanced, affecting countless other species that depend on the same habitats, which is why protecting lions is not only about saving one animal, but about preserving the health and diversity of the natural world, and every effort to conserve their habitats, reduce conflict, and educate future generations brings hope that these magnificent creatures will continue to inspire people for many years to come. The lion's story is ultimately a story of survival, family, and the powerful connection between every living thing on Earth. Because from the first steps of a curious cub exploring the grasslands to the mighty roar of an adult lion defending its pride, every moment reveals the determination and beauty of one of nature's greatest creations. And while the lion may be called the king of the savannah, its greatest strength is not only its power, but its ability to adapt, cooperate, and continue moving forward despite the challenges it faces, reminding us that the natural world is filled with incredible stories waiting to be discovered and protected. So the next time you hear the roar of a lion or see this magnificent animal, remember that behind the legend is a living creature with a remarkable journey, a creature that deserves respect, understanding, and protection. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of lions and want to discover more amazing wildlife stories from around the planet, subscribe to Creature Chronicles for more animal documentaries. Like this video to support our channel. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts and telling us which incredible creature you want us to explore next. And share this video with other nature lovers who want to learn about the fascinating animals that make our planet extraordinary.